One trailer, two trailers, 3, 4 back behind all this junk. Y'all, I got a problem. Sorry about the wind, but yeah, I got a problem. Since my little breakdown, I guess you could say, I haven't cared about doing a thing. I really haven't. So past month or so, I've been kind of messing around, doing a little something here, a little something there. But we got a big thing we got to worry about. I need to get that, which we'll talk about later, through here. Let's just go this way. Around all this, which that needs to go to the landfill, back to here. Now here's the situation. That's as far as I got on building my shed. I need to go back and trim all that off. But the shed is supposed to come right about where the trencher is. So I put from the back wall to the back wall, which is actually around the other side of the trencher. It's gonna be 24 foot, give or take. This side will only have a 1 foot drop out to the end, which is plenty for where we live. Here's the next problem we have. You ready for this? Yeah. She got struck by lightning last year, which some of the limbs up there are still green, but it's got to come down before it falls down. So I gotta get that out. Gotta get that cut down. Baby Blue is gonna be going right there where the lawnmower's sitting. The tracker is going back to my mom and dad's. I got the table saw out because I'm gonna use it in a little bit. All this trash and stuff's got to go. And that Ford tractor is gonna be coming in right here, sitting for a while, and then my lawnmowers, the trencher, and all that will be back here. Here's the next kicker. I got to go to my dad's and get 10. Now, I could take the 23 foot trailer and go down there and get it, but the 10's gonna be hanging off the back of the dovetail. Or I could take this thing that I never had fixed since I tore it up, and it would be perfect to put the 10 on. Instead of just changing out the studs, which is what we're going to do today, I want to do a lot of work to it. So before I go get the 10, this is going to be our project. So let me get you set up. That's another thing I got to do too. I got to take all this off because I can't burn it. But as you see, right where we're going to be working, a bunch of limbs. Well, Mama and Daddy got me this little snazzy doodad for Christmas, and I've been using it a little bit, and it's working good for that. So I'm gonna set y'all up on a time lapse, and I'm gonna knock out this side of the trailer and get it where I got enough room to work on it. So we'll be right back. All right, y'all, please bear with me on my camera skills as I get back in the routine of things. But a lot of people think that there's a lot whenever it comes to replacing studs. But as you see, I got that one started. This one and this one came completely out whenever the tire come off the rim. Come off the hub. This one broke off, and it snatched these two lug nuts completely through. So cut these off with a tour trailer, let it cool off, and y'all got to deal with the airplane noise in the back. As I said, it's been a while since it's been a nice day, and they're out flying big time today. So basically, I just got an old extension I don't give a crap about, and all you do is just, sometimes they come out easy, sometimes they'll fight you, but put a little bit of good stuff on it and go to town. Now what I do, by the time we get done with this, we're gonna have to put some washers on it to pull it the rest of the way in. But what I do is go around, Get all my lug nuts pulled down. Now, whenever I had my little breakdown a while back, I deleted all my videos on the old use tubes, and now I'm starting over again. Those of you that were with me then know that I had about roughly $6 right on top of the axles. It has about 7,500, 8,000, best we could figure all together on this trailer whenever I busted the rim off. I mean, 1,500 pound axles, 2 of them, you know, that's 3,000. So I mean, I don't see why being overloaded $5 would have broke a rim off. I mean, come on, let's get with it, people. Officer Hoover, I did not exceed the weight limit on this trailer if you watch this. But anyway, I just go around and get them all kind of started. And like I said, I do mine in 2 steps. A lot of people just put the washers and everything on first, but I like to pull mine in as much as I can before I put the washers on. So, oh my gosh. Would you look at that? Yeah. Guess I'm not going to use that today. Let me find an end. Did you eat my cord? Did you eat my cord? Oh, now you're acting like you didn't do nothing, huh? Now you're acting like you didn't do nothing. We'll be back. So I'm sure y'all heard the rip and seen my legs go up. This chair is set in the back of my truck for about 4 years, so it is good and dry rotted. Well, it's my chair that I love to sit in when I'm working. When your 60-pound blue heeler jumps in your lap, you lose the chair. Rest in peace. Alright, so I didn't have any ends, but I did have an old cord. So I cut it long enough to where I can rewire this thing after I get done with this project. But basically, pull her in just like that. Just go all the way around doing it. Alright, so that's that. Now you can see, I think you can see, there's still a shoulder back there, but they didn't have the fully seated studs that I needed. They just had these, which is for the next size up hub, but it did have the retention on it. It's like a 2-step lug basically. So that's what we had to go with. I don't really like it. I might weld across the back of it. Then again, I'll probably just leave it the way it is. But as you see, studs ain't going nowhere. Now had it been the exact fit hubs, of course this would have been in, and I would have had to put washers on it. So basically all you do whenever you get to this point is you just slide 4 or 5 washers on there, screw your lug nut back on until it's tight, and pull it down some more. So grab the tire, throw the tire on real quick, and this will be a wrap. Be right back. Now for the moment of truth. Going off the measurements. Well, never mind. Going off the measurements, the rim wasn't gonna fit. But she fit. Now, there's a story behind this rim. I'm cheap. Anybody that knows me would tell you I'm cheap. Instead of going out and buying a rim, last year I think it was, my father-in-law's shed burnt down. And this rim was on the trailer that was right outside of the shed. Well, it cooked the tire that was on the rim, and as you can see, it baked some of the paint off of it right there. But the rim's still in good shape, so I talked my father-in-law out of it. It's still on the trailer. So I wouldn't have to buy a spare. And that is the original Junkyard tire that I put on the other rim. I mean, it didn't hurt the tire at all. What it did was it just pulled the rim completely through the hub, which I think a lot of that was my fault, because I knew the rim was bad, and I actually pulled the rim off when I was checking the hubs on it before I put it on the road, and put the thing right back on with the washers on it. So yeah, that was my stupidity to begin with. But that's one of them things where it was out of sight, out of mind. I pulled the trailer in, fixed it, pulled it out to work on a friend of mine's car, put a head gasket in it, and didn't think about it. And then whenever it come time to use the trailer, I just backed up and hooked to it and hauled tail with it. So anyway, you can hear the old valve coil rolling around in there. I bet it'll be all right. So this job is done. Next episode, we're gonna, of course, get this thing unloaded for one. I'm gonna probably start cutting all the sides off of it, because I got an idea on the sides that I think is gonna really work great. And this trailer here, I can show you. You can see right here, there's the hangers for what used to be the third axle. They pulled that axle off. I really wish they'd have left that one on and pulled this one off. But I don't feel like doing all the work of refinagling everything. Only problem with this trailer is it's real heavy on the back end. But it's also going to work to my advantage on what I plan to do with the trailer, because I'm going to come right in, probably right in here, like 24 inches back. I'm coming up 4.5 foot tall. So that's going to put extra weight on the front of the trailer. I'm going to mount this box on there for lockable storage. It's also going to add weight to the trailer. So basically, I'm going to take advantage of the axles being where they are, put more weight on the front of the trailer to equal the trailer out, and then it'll be good. Because when you have a load on this trailer, it pulls. To be a homemade trailer, it's one of the best pulling trailers I've ever pulled in my life. But whenever it's empty, it will rattle the fillings out of your cavities. And it's just because there's no tongue weight on it. If I didn't have this load on it right now, the back of this trailer would be touching the ground. So anyway, like I said, I'm gonna add 400 or 500 pounds to the front. So that's gonna do the job on all of that, hopefully. And then whenever I load everything, which you'll see all that in the next video, we'll go over all that. But anyway, that's just how simple it is to replace studs in a trailer. Well, in any hub, vehicles are the same way. You just got to go through a few more steps. So, hope y'all enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. And remember, don't blame the lazy people. They didn't do nothing to begin with. We'll see y'all on the next one.